It's Madden NFL 24, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Lions and the Bears, and it's all up next.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come into this one early on in the game, first quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 20 carries, 74 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. You look at this Bears defense. It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run out.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get...
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Been a nice showing here in the first half for this defense. Will that trend continue? Time to find out. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football?
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, here's Agnew. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Time now to see what this defense can do. Second quarter as the offense starts out 1st and 10. Play action. It's Goff. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Goff on 1st down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And very little room to maneuver. They'll get this down to about the 39. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here. Second half action, and this defense still pitching a shutout as we drop you back into the action. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Goff now looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And they will take up. All right, this defense back out there with the lead and also with a shutout intact as they look to finish this off in the 4th quarter. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun. Goff. Finding Williams once more. Complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Goff now looking to throw. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. On 1st and 10, Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To the air again. Goff. And pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18. From the red zone now, Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary has played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid, still pitching a shutout. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A shotgun snap for Goff. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Mitchell. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Goff throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The 4th quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways. because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Chicago, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.